I grew up in Carrigaline in the main street for the first 5 years of my life, and then we moved here to Ballet in 1987, I think. If anyone had a housing need for planning, we had a housing need here.
We were here since 2004. We were in Canada, we were in Vancouver for 5.5 years. We came back December 14.
I knew I wanted a standalone one-off house in the countryside. We just said, look, there's no point renting, it's dead money. So we moved in with my parents. Luckily, we were really lucky.
The feedback was there was no sites available at the time. And then the farmer who actually owned the land next door to Lydia's parents' house was just passing the road one evening, and we kind of mentioned him that we were on the lookout, and he said, okay, he said he was willing to sell a 1 acre site.
I actually designed the house myself because I am an architectural technologist. So the levels of the house, I think they kind of blend in to the site, which is probably what the planner wants to see. We were mutually on the same page as to, our wish list was the same. So we wanted an open plan, living, kitchen, dining. I think we both wanted that. We kind of knew we had 2 kids at the time, so I don't know if we had discussed we were having a third, but we now have 3. But we decided, look, minimum 4 bedrooms. We knew we wanted to go the most sustainable route. So I suppose it was incorporating a few different features into the house whilst making it attractive looking from the outside is quite difficult. So, I had about 3 different designs and I scrapped it all up and I started again. And, it was, I suppose it took maybe 2 or 3 months to finalise exactly on paper. Look, I think we're getting closer here now.
Every eventuality was kind of thought out.
Yeah.
We did kind of sit down and go, right, like we had the benefit that Lydia was able to change it on the computer there again, like that. You're trying to get an architect, sit down with him for an hour or 2 hours, and you probably come out of it.
We were lucky
not
we
sure.
didn't have that cost, and that you make those revisions yourself. I suppose traditional, it just was never an option. I just loved the look of a modern home, so I toyed around with putting a flat roof on the stairwell and putting a pitched roof and all different eventualities. So whatever you see today is what happened. So.
We were next door with Lydia's parents. We ended up there, including the build, we ended up there for about 5.5 years. No, it was great, don't get me wrong, it was great, it was absolute, but everybody needed their space by the end of it. They needed their house back and we needed to have our own space.
And I think there's a massive part of it that's communication. So the fact that we weren't going to be here all day long and, different trades are coming in and, it is key to everything running smoothly.
It's a project manager's role. Yeah. So then you're kind of like, do you hire an individual as a project manager and suck up that cost? Or do you hire a builder who is incorporating a project manager within his price? That's one thing we found, that it's to meet the individuals and their experience with that builder/individual, his trades, and get feedback from them, which thankfully was all positive in our case. Because of our situation, we looked into kind of rapid construction, kind of like as a kind of an alternative to the traditional block build. So I had looked and had received prices from a steel frame company to do a steel frame house along with the block and the outer leaf, and also on the ICF route. I had heard I talked to people who were living in steel framed houses, and they were just kind of saying that there are pros and cons, so I kind of half stayed away from that. We sat down with our engineer and he kind of said there's a lot to be said for a block build, so he said for just traditional route would be probably the best. I suppose at the time we weren't sure how it was going to, insulation wise, what was going to work. I can tell you right now, we won't be needing any more extra insulation for what we have. So. So we went with air to water. It's a Daikin system, so it's all underfloor heating. Then is the price of a cost of a tank of fuel. So it's one thing oil, yeah. Like the one thing that's got me is how efficient everything is, because the heating, like the air to water system will give you heating, it'll give you hot water.
There's an endless supply of hot water.
Yeah.
I mean, Owen will vouch, I go for a bath every single night, and okay, it might seem like a waste of water, but that water is there to be used.
But in heat recovery ventilation system, so it's a beam system, and
It's a mechanical.
Yeah, the ventilation.
I think if you didn't have it, it would be really stuffy, because it retains the heat so much better that when you wake up in the morning, okay, your temperature gauge might say 21 degrees for the room, but you don't feel that groggy sense that, you know, that you would be in a hotel room, that you wake up and you're kind of feeling a bit, I slept too much last night, or I was too hot. The moisture rooms, like the shower areas, when you go for a shower and you come back out, it ramps up, and then after 10 or 15 minutes, you know, you don't have condensation or water on the ground. Well, we have wet areas, and they're all, you know, evaporated and dried out at that stage. So, yeah.
And it's an investment, right? It's a 20-year investment. So like
it is a big upfront cost.
It's a big upfront cost,
yeah.
but I would definitely recommend for anybody on the fence again, whether it's like a 5 or 10,000 euro investment at the start, it's definitely worth it, because it will
pay itself off over time. Builder brought us as far as builder's finish, so it was important for us then to save as much money as we could and get it done as on budget, you know. So we shopped around, but we met a gem of for second fix carpentry. We found this guy. We said we'll buy our stove here, and we took a trip down to Dunmanway, and that trip was the best trip we ever made, because we ended up with doors, skirting, tiles, tiler, stove. Like, the most important thing for us was when you come into the house, the focal point of the house is the stairs. So, you know, we wanted a kind of a chunky oak, open string stairs. So that's what we went with. But we went with a good quality local supplier for the stairs. So Carrigaline Joinery, and they were excellent to deal with. And I think that's one of the best investments that we made. If you look at, you know, I know we added in accents of pops of colour in places, but you don't necessarily look at the quality of it, you look at the aesthetics of it. You know, go with things that look good, that you're happy with. You know, the colour, the texture obviously matter, but you know, I suppose you can always change those things down the line. They're superficial. I suppose lockdown was good for us. I don't know, one might think different, but I used to be coming up with little projects, and I'd say, okay, I think we'll paint this feature wall a different colour, and it's going to be this colour. And I'd just go with that then. I'd go on a whim and say, look, I like that colour, this is the colour we're painting it. And I suppose I had the vision and no one made it happen.
Glad we cleared that up at the start. I remember actually the person who, the contractor who did our floor, like if you can imagine this being just pure bare, and he walked in the door and I can just, to this day remember his reaction was like, wow, it will look amazing in here. And I'm like, sure, how can you tell that? Like, you're looking at 4 bare walls and a kind of a sandscreed floor. But he could see, like, when it was finished, that the floor would bring up and what it has turned out to be, and he was dead right.
I think we're just so happy to have our own space.
Yeah.
That, you know, we still, like, every day, you know, we're pinching ourselves because we're in this house, and this is our house and our space. I just remember waking up the next morning and thinking, well, this is actually our house, and, you know, this was our new home, and I'm getting emotional now.
I think some fella told me, he said, you'll get the 3rd house right, and I'm like, no.
No, this will be it.
This will be it. I said, I'll do it 3 times here right before I get it right, but I'm not going to be building 3 times, I'll tell you that.